Om Shanti. It gives me an immense pleasure to meet my divine sisters and brothers. Through this meeting, I would like to share some of my understanding. I was told to give a class on the topic stability and concentration. The importance of stability and concentration in our life. You know, the stability and concentration to me is like two faces of the same coin. Stable mind and a soul having a full of concentration or stability, he can achieve and he can rise to any height in the life. Through stability, one can achieve the success in our life. Is it not? Although Baba has already stamped as success is your birthright, but without stability we cannot achieve, we cannot enjoy the fruit of that success. So in order to achieve the success in each and every step in the spiritual journey, ours is a spiritual journey. We must have a stability in each step. While moving forward, whether you are walking, whether you are running, whether you are jumping, in the journey, each step and each foot must be stable, is it not? If even one step goes wrong, then our journey, the target, the goal that we may not going to reach. Sometimes, in the marathon race, some people fell down. They cannot achieve the ultimate object. So also in our life, in order to achieve the perfection in our life, complete perfection, you must have a stable mind. In order to achieve the stability, we must have a deep concentration. So this is a very important. Stability comes out of true understanding. The true understanding of our own true nature. The more we understand, the deep we understand about our true nature, then the stability emerges automatically. The fluctuation, misunderstanding. Fluctuation starts when there is a misunderstanding. So that's why in order to achieve a stability, we must go deep into our own nature. Any adapted nature, external nature, physical nature, or nature, acquired nature based on wrong information, wrong beliefs, wrong faith, create either chaos or confusion or instability. Is it not? So that's why in order to achieve a stability in the life, we must understand the true meaning of spirituality. Stability comes from spirituality, is it not? the more we understand the nature is nothing but a spirituality. The spirituality brings you stability. The spirituality of our life reflects a stable mind, a strong faith. Stability comes out of strong faith in our own self and in the faith in God, faith in the nature in its total understanding, including the cycle. Is it not? When we talk about cycle, it includes the history, geography, so many things, past, present, and future. When we understand all these things in its totality, then we can concentrate on the present. Because we know the future. When we know the future and we know the present and we know the target, when we know the target, what do we have to achieve in our life, on what things that we have to concentrate for achievement, then automatically we concentrate on the present. So, and the present, when we concentrate in the sense, what are the obstacles before us? What are the clarity that we needed? The more we have a clarity, then concentration increases. If the lack of clarity brings confusion, you can't concentrate, each thoughts deviate, or it creates instability, or it creates unnecessary waste thoughts, or it can create an impure thoughts, unnecessary thoughts, so many things it can. So, the clarity of mind, the clean mind and clean thinking increases concentration. The more we have a concentration, you will enjoy each moment, which is not an enjoyment at the end of a life. Even in the journey itself, we have to enjoy, and that concentration helps in enjoying the each moment. You have to concentrate on what? Either in understanding our own deep self, that is one concentration. The another concentration is on the divine virtues. Okay, God is point of a light, we know, and He is ever pure, we know. He is our Father, we know. He is our teacher, we know. He is our supreme, we know. He is all relations, we know. He is a Sadguru, we know. But that relation, in order, we have to have a stability in that relationship. The more we have a stability in our relationship, even in worldly relationship, in a family relationship, in the physical world, you will enjoy. Where there is a fluctuation in the relationship, either you will be disturbed or somebody will be disturbed, or you cannot enjoy it. Even though you have many things at your command, plenty of things, you can't enjoy it, is it not? So also, in order to enjoy our spiritual life, spiritual progress, spiritual attainments, we must first develop two important qualities. In addition to several other qualities, of course, the concentration plays an important role, and stability brings a success. Even the most successful scientists in the world, The most successful people in their own endeavor, the most successful people in any walks of life, they develop an important quality, concentration, for which inner silence is more important. It is not only an external silence, inner silence. The inner silence comes from the deep understanding of our own inner nature. So the more we concentrate, the more we can burn our past sins, the past nature, or the acquired nature, adapted nature, imposed nature, nature of impurities. So imposed nature, I mean adapted nature or acquired nature or not the true nature. Many times we acquire or adapt somebody's nature or somebody's information. For example, somebody gives some information. We immediately believe in it, or we take it as a granted, and we confirm in our consciousness it is true. Yeah, it is right. Yes. So in many ways, confirmation is in many ways. First of all, you accept it, and then you will conform it in yourself, and then you will say yes. Then you will try to act, behave like that. The more you start behaving in that, whether it is a true or untrue, without knowing it deeply, then instability starts in your life. Say, for example, somebody create some wrong information for a doubtful information in your life. Doubtful. In even relationship, suspicion, or doubtful. If you confirmed in yourself, and that create an instability in the life starts. Is it not? So also, in your spiritual life, in this godly life, as a godly student, as a godly messengers, we are all messengers also, as well as a godly students. So in our student life, Baba says, in this birth especially, in this special birth, holy birth, in this holy birth, there are so many illusions around us. We must know what are the illusions, and everyone knows it also. There are illusions which can deviate us, which can create instability, which can destroy ultimately, which can takes away our energy, time, and so many other things. Time and energy also. If time goes, energy goes, everything, life will go one day. So Baba says, you must have a deep concentration in your endeavor or in your objectives or in your own journey. For that, we must check our mind. Check our nature. Check our relationship. Check our deep feelings. How pure it is. The concentration increases out of power of purity. The more we have power of purity, the pure mind, the pure conscious, the pure nature, the concentration increases. As well as stability, move forward, as the stability will create strength in our mind. The more we clean inside, outside our personality is reflected. Clean mind. The inside, the more we clean, the external personality, that includes many values, that includes our success, that includes our achievements, that includes the values for which we stand. We uphold it. So our personality depends upon our deep understanding of our nature or the consciousness. It will help in cleaning the mind, cleaning the nature, cleaning the way, our journey. Baba says in 1 second, you have to become silent. In 1 second, you have to become a detached mode. In 1 second, you have to fly to your own world of silence, our world of silence, Parandham. In 1 second, you can go deep into your own original nature when you descended to this world. Not at the fag end of this life, but when you descended to this world. As a soul, when we descended to this world, how pure we were. So in 1 second you can transform your thoughts and you can go deep into that life. And when that life emerges before you, or you emerge that life, because your mind is with you, your thoughts are with you, your feelings are with you, your understanding is with you. So through these vehicles, through this vehicle, you can move forward, for which the clean mind is required. The more we have clean and clarity, then you can concentrate on anything and everything. You can concentrate on your own self, you can concentrate on Baba's nature, God's wisdom, God's quality. The more we concentrate on it, then our relationship increases, strengthen. Our relation with Baba will become stable. The more we are stable, we are secure, we are peaceful, we are loveful, we are blissful, we are knowledgeful, and we enjoy that moment. Is it not? So that is what Baba says, the concentration in the sense, for me, the more cleanliness, inside. So each thought, the quality that we have to check ourselves, what kind and what quality of a thought that we generate. Our thoughts reflects our nature, our understanding, our feelings also. Whether it's the physical, whether it's the mundane, whether it's the spiritual world, our thoughts reflects our present and past also, and future also. Our future also can be reflected in our own thoughts, and our past also, and present also. So that's why we must check ourselves, the nature of thoughts, the quality of thoughts, whether our qualities of thoughts are so powerful or stronger, or so much pure. If each thought is based on purity, based on deeper understanding, based on the true relationship with God, then you will enjoy that moment. Otherwise, it takes away our energy deviation, as you know. So Baba says, in order to be a successful yogi, ours is a yogic life. Spiritual life means yogi life. Yogi is one who has renounced the physical world. Even though he is living in the physical world, corporeal world, in the corporeal form, in the corporeal body, but mentally he has already renounced, discarded this world. Is it not? Otherwise, you have got too much of attachment, too much of ambition, too much of desire, too much of interest in many things. Interest in many things. So all these things is deviating your true life. So that's why Baba says we must check ourselves. What are our interests in this world? What are our desires? On the basis of our desires, our thoughts and our thoughts move. So accordingly the formation of the nature depends. So our desire must be very pure and very noble and very clear, very clean. The more we have a wishful thought of physical in this world, that destroys our concentration power. That will be an obstacle in the spiritual journey. That takes away us from the divine. It takes away from our own original nature. So Baba says, being a yogi, this is our yogic life, spiritual life, a renounced life, a life where we can completely connect with God and completely enjoy the godly relationship. Godly relationship in which nothing can be, no human being, no human souls, however they are great, however they are pure, however they are noble, however they are worthy, however they are supporting to us our life. It is okay, welcome. They are all supporting, they are all worthy child, they are all helpful, they are all helping in cleaning our way or our path, they are supporting. Still, our relationship with the divine should be very strong, for which the concentration power, as I say, the clean mind is important. Otherwise, at any point of time, when we come to the physical world, physical level, we have played 84 role in the 84 births, is it not? Whether we individually believe it or not, or whatever may be the number of births that we have played, but still there is a subtle relationship is there in the human world and the human relationship, is it not? So these relationships sometimes pulls you in its own direction. So in order to change that also, in order to, okay, it may be a good, it may be a noble, it may be a helpful, it may be a supporting, it may be a future also, but still, in order to have a godly relationship, our mind should be very clean, for which we must check the desires. The worldly desires will destroy our concentration power. And at the same time, as I said, instability. a stable mind and a concentrated soul, he can bring any vision closer to his own self and closer to others. He can any vision, the future visions of our own life or the vision given by the Baba. Baba has given a wonderful vision of our life and the wonderful vision of this world, the wonderful vision of the future. Everything he has already taught us, is it not? He has already revealed us. But in order to make it a reality in our own life, to confirm and to reconfirm and to strengthen it, our concentration should be more. Otherwise, if our mind is not clean, even though the Supreme Soul stands before us, if your mind is going in some other direction, if you are thinking in something else, even if he is in front of us, we cannot enjoy. Can we enjoy? Sometimes it happens in our worldly life. You are moving with one deep thought. Something in your conscious is there. A good friend of you, even if he comes in front of you, you don't wish him, or you don't say anything because you are already engaged in some thought. Even though he is physically before you, you won't feel, you won't understand, you won't express, you won't. So also, as the mind is engaged in somewhere, Baba says, our concentration on any other things, it takes away our life and energy. So the more we have a clarity in concentration, as I said, the very far off things can we bring closer to our life, closer to our true and meaningful life. Our future life, for example, take for our own future life, a divine life, a golden aged life. If you have got a deep concentration, you can immerse that life in the present and you can feel it more, and the more you feel it, that qualities automatically emerge in our. So the royalty emerges, the sincerity emerges, honesty emerges, purity emerges. All the qualities emerge automatically when you bring that life into your present. That wisdom will be emerged from our own life. Suppose if we do not have that vision in our mind clear, we don't have a concentration for that, then that life won't emerge in our life. Then fluctuation, suspicion, or you don't have confidence whether I'm going to be successful or not, whether I'm going to be victorious or not, whether I'm going to have that blissful life in future or not, or even though the present life, even in the present also, you won't enjoy that blissful life because your mind is not clean or not able to concentrate on your own life. Forget about the other's life also. In our own life. So in order to enjoy our life, a spiritual life, the concentration helps us in bringing closer to the future life, and that into a meaningful life. Not only a one-time vision. One-time vision, okay, you have realized it, yes, it is like this. It is an information. It is an information, but that information should become reality. That information should become stable. That information should become strengthen our present life. So the more we have a concentration, our each thought and each step, each action will bring a rewards and awards. The more we have a deeper concentration, it brings a rewards and awards. What kind of an award? What kind of a reward? Reward and awards are nothing but happiness, nothing but a blissful life, nothing but a happy life, nothing but enjoying. It is not somebody's appreciate. Okay, somebody appreciate later on. Appreciation or adapting or follow your footstep is a second. Follow your footstep. Because you are more successful, definitely somebody will follow you. Somebody will adapt it into their life. Somebody will glorify it later on. Yes, so and so stands for this life. That's why they glorify. They speaks of it. That is a secondary. That is a later on. But at the moment, in order to achieve that, we must have a deep concentration. The more we have a concentration, we will have a less negative or wasteful thoughts. No negative and wasteful thoughts. There is no margin, there is no place, there is no stock for that. Because the concentration you have means your progress is stable and your progress is fast, your progress is in a right direction. In the right direction you are moving, you are flying. So Baba says, in this Sangam Yuga, concentration, not confrontation, no confrontation. When you have a deep concentration, no confrontation. Confrontation with the self, confrontation with nature, confrontation with people, confrontation with other things. You are not able to achieve certain things, then there is a conflict. That will not be there. So the more we have a concentration, you will be a more successful person. Each success, each day's success, each thought success will bring awards and rewards. Sometimes people get success after some time, isn't it? So also in the spiritual path, in the spiritual journey, the more you have a concentration, you can visualize your own obstacles also. One thing is the right nature that you realize it. At the same time, the world, the impure or unwanted or other obstacles in our spiritual journey, that you will realize it. What is it? Then once you realize it, you know the solution. You know the method to remove it. You know you can make a strategy. You can make a plan. You can make determination. If you do not realize it, we don't make any strategy to remove it. We don't make any action plan for it. Then it will remain, or it will be multiplied, or it will be multiplied again and again, and it will become a repeated actions. And the more it becomes a repeated actions, it strengthens itself. The negative nature will be strengthened. The repeated actions will strengthen. As Baba said, even in today's Murli, body consciousness, then other vices. Body consciousness is the foundation, then all other vices. All other vices are followed by the body consciousness, the results of it, the branches of it. We are not able to overcome it, we are not able to conquer them, we are not able to remove them, we are not able to transfer them. Why? Because our power of realization is lacking. Because we are not concentrating in our own nature, the true nature of the self, the external nature which we had adapted. When we manifest ourselves into the human body, slowly, we forget our nature. Is it not? Slowly we forget our nature and we take the nature, the faith and beliefs of the imposed faith first. Once we started acting through body, slowly we become a body conscious. When slowly we become the family in which we born and brought up and grown up, the environment which influences us with the different teachings, maybe as a religion, maybe any part of the religion, they say, yes, you are a Hindu, you are a Hindu, you are a Hindu, you are a Muslim, you are Islamic, you are a Christian. Neither you are Islam, neither you are Muslim nor Christian. Your nature thinks about that. It is an adapted nature. So you have lost your original nature, your nature of the soul. The belief, you have strengthened that belief increases. And instead of improving your original nature, slowly and bit by bit, systematically it is destroyed. Isn't it? It is. And Baba says that is also partly a body consciousness. What is that? What is that? Is it a soul conscious? It is a God conscious? Is it yogic conscious? Is it a pure conscious? Is it pure conscious? No. It is also partly a body conscious. Then the line of division, the line of destruction, the line of starts. Then when the line of division starts, the human souls automatically develop hatredness. Because the liking and disliking starts. The liking and disliking starts first in the subtle form, later on the repeated liking and dislikes increases in the form of hatredness. Then when they start conscious level hatredness, then you know the result of it. Conflict starts, war, it can lead to a war, it can lead to a violence, it can lead to many things. Because in the conscious level you first started liking and disliking, feeling of division, feeling of different nature. You can't be adjusted, you can't be adapted. We lose the original nature of love. So instead of strengthening through the power of love, power of destructive power of starts. It is started infiltrating into the consciousness. So that faith or that beliefs ultimately, slowly destroys the values, the value system of the society. And the divisions the division starts. So division can be named after in many things, in many names. Divisions is maybe in the form of professional, maybe in the form of a religion, maybe in the form of language, maybe in the form of nationality, maybe in the form of many things, color. So the conflict is taken to a different heights. So Baba says, in order to overcome all these things, we must concentrate on the self. The more we concentrate on the self, these kinds of negative impressions laid in the consciousness, layer after layer, layer after layer. There are several layers are laid down through ages, through over a period of 2,500 years, or even in this birth itself. These things can be removed, these can be eradicated, these can be completely taken out from the consciousness, provided we have a deep concentration on our own self. Soul, 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 soul. As Baba said in several times, 1,000 times, body conscious leads to divisions, body conscious leads to degradation, body conscious leads to destruction, body conscious leads to negativity, body conscious leads to away from the divine. So Baba says, so in order to have a deep concentration, the concentration power increases, provided we go deep into this meaningful life, into this spiritual path. So there you will enjoy a communion with Baba. Not only you can create Parandham in your consciousness, Parandham, Shantidham, or where your original world, from where you are descended. You are here, you can be such a peaceful state of consciousness. When we were in Parandham, we were in such a silence. Is it not? So that silence world can be created here. When it is created in the mind, and that nature will be a part of ours. So when you create that nature, you will be able to feel, you will be able to express, you will be able to understand it. And others also, they can understand it easily. So also Baba said, whether we manifest in a different body in the golden age, that is a different, but that spiritual perfection should emerge in this life itself. Is it not? In this life, in order to emerge that the spiritual perfect life, a golden age life, body is the vehicle, is the carrier. We leave many times and we adapt new. Even in the physical world also, when we are moving in a journey, we change many times vehicles. So also body as a vehicle, as a carrier, we change. When we change, our detached mood, or when we do not have an attachment to this, you will enjoy. You won't feel it as a stopgap, or you won't feel it as you are losing something. Rather, it will be a blessing. Rather, it will be a way for a better life. Rather, it will be a way to a new understanding. Is it not? So, Baba says, the concentration ultimately includes helps us in realizing the present, the future life. In the olden days also, the yogis, when they were sitting in a deep concentration, they were in the deep mood and the deep relation with God. You can see, you can read, you can understand the moods of others. You can understand because your mind is clean and clear. When you go to the Dilwada temple, you will see the replica. They have got such a deep concentration. As a result, their life is also like a transparent, and through the transparent life one can see their own life also. Just like in a mirror one can see our life, and anyone who can face the mirror, they will see their face. So also, in the godly life, if we have a deep concentration or yogic, it reflects the spiritual wisdoms. The spiritual wisdom. That spiritual wisdom is nothing but the true nature. What you call the truth. Spiritual wisdom is nothing but the ultimate eternal truth. Eternal truth of our own life. Eternal truth of the nature, eternal truth of the cycle. In order to have that eternal truth, that is also stable. Once that stability is achieved, as Baba said, the present, what you are doing it, is reflected in the temple architect, in the temple philosophy, in the temple life. Whether we are in any religion, it is reflected in an angelic form, it is reflected shown in different forms. So Baba said, now, in this life, you are in a journey, you are as a traveler to Parandham, traveler to the golden age, traveler to conquer the Maya. Even though if you consider for a moment as the spiritual warriors, being a warriors, they must have a concentration. They must know the strategies. They know the weakness. They know the armies, the opposite army power. And they must concentrate on how to destroy it. Is it not? So also, a yogi must know his strength as well as his environment and his weakness. His environment, his inside environment and outside environment, and the influence of outside influence and the influence of inner own negative wishes or the desires on the pure thoughts. How far and how deep they influences, that also we must know. The more you know, you will be able to make a proper decisions. That decision has to be made by you. Others can help, others can support, Baba can guide us, but the decision has to be made by you. So in order to make a right and correct decisions, we must have stability and concentration. The concentration also improves us on the basis of a correct information. Correct information, the more we have a correct information, then concentrating. Information in the sense not only the worldly information, the news information, what is happening around the world, that information I'm not talking. Or information about the people around, surrounding the world, what is happening, that information. The information of our own life, the information of the divine. I'm not talking about the news values, which is a nuisance value nowadays. That destroys also. But the correct information that we have to feed to our consciousness. That's why Baba says the Murli is the correct information. True information. The more that information goes into the consciousness, the clarity comes. You will have a clarity. Then immediately your mind gets strengthened. Then it takes a decision. Yes, this is a word. We have to decide. We have to act. We have to act. We cannot be either as... we have to act. Act is not only a just... everybody is acting, no doubt it. But in a righteous way, acting. Our act will become perfect, our act will become noble, our act will become pure, our act will become inspiring. Because the more you have a concentration, your act, each act will become an inspiring, motivating. So, the more we have deeper concentration, as I said, every footprint, every thought and every action will become a landmark in the history of transformation, in the history of change, in the history of divinization, in the history of divine glorification. Divine glorification. It will help you. That's why Baba says, those who are having a deep concentration, we speak less, we act more. We speak less, we act more. Because there is no meaning of speaking much, and there is no worth in it, and there is no purpose in it. Because the more we have to speak loudly, when there is a negative forces are louder for them. When our internal forces are stable, for which you are speaking, that is a concentration. You know, sometimes the wrong people, they speak loudly, and more they consider it is a power, but it is a weakness. You know, in the worldly life also, some people, why? You know that it is their inbuilt internal weakness. But they don't understand it. So Baba says, the yogi speaks less, but they does more. Through the power of concentration, we can enhance our energy. We can improve the inflow. Through concentration power, we can move forward with a higher speed, with much speed, with greater speed, with what we call with faster. Is it not? Concentration is a key to a success, to me. It is a key to a success. Concentration is the way to lead a blissful life. blissful life. The ones we develop these quality, it brings many more qualities, many more wisdoms to our life. It will add automatically. See, even in worldly life sometime, the more you have a stability in your one relationship, it adds many things, sharing, caring, helping, understanding, and then when there is an instability is there, our mind disturbance is there. So Baba says, you check yourself, what are the obstacles in front of you, and at the same time apply the more concentration power. When there is a concentration, you can easily eradicate, remove the inner weaknesses. The concentration is the way to glorification of divinity for me. It is the way to glorification. The more you have concentration, you glorify the truth. When the truth is exposed, explored, realized more, then the glorification is there, for which determination is important. It automatically, concentration and determinations followed, is it not? A determination is strong. It increases its mental power. It increases the mental power. That is, include the determination. Is it count? The more we have a determination, the effort will be a flawless. The effort, whatever the effort that you are making, it is in the right way and it is a flawless. Because your determined mind, when the mind is determined, then the thoughts flows with a faster speed. When the determination is lacking, you see the deviation, obstructions. You won't have a concentration. So no stability is there. So concentration brings determination, and determination brings concentration. So and each determinations, you may have to face some challenges, challenges, tests, examinations. These are the part of the life, part of the game. You can't either avoid it, or you cannot afraid of them, or you cannot think that they should not come in front of you. You will accept all those things, examination, confrontation, challenges, in any forum, in any situations, in any day, any moment. And the more you have a concentration, you can convert them into an excellency. You accept that challenge, and the challenge is converted into an excellency. Converted into an opportunity, and opportunity into excellency. Rather, say in general, I'm talking about a cricket. You know, in the cricket, at a time one person faces the ball. There will be 11 players 11 players, they have got a strategy to make him out. A bowler, the wicket keeper, the fielders, all these 11 players, they want him to get out from the field. And each second and each moment and each thought, they do a concentrated effort to make him out. Is it not? The man who faces the ball, he knows the entire situation, the people, at least their strategy also, they understand. And the man who throw the ball, in each time he try to cheat him. In each time he has his own strategy. But the man who faces the ball, each time he understands the situation, concentration, even one moment, one seconds, if his concentration is deviated, he cannot face. So this concentration power and his ability and skills turns into an opportunity and excellency. Suppose if he hits the same ball into a boundary, not only the 11 members run, the entire audience clap, they enjoy, the millions people enjoy outside. I'm talking about enjoy outside, is it not? Suppose if 1 second, if his concentration is missing, his decisions, even the concentration plus his decision at that right moment. He has to take a decision in every moment. It's not the decision one time. At that moment, he take a decision, and that decision is in which direction he has to hit, in which way he has to face the ball, and so many other things, strategy. He has to decide himself in seconds. So also in our spiritual journey, the negative forces, the Maya, in other words, they try to cheat us, they try to take away our energy, or they try to obstruct in our spiritual journey, or try to deviate from our spiritual relationship. Anything it may be possible. So, in order to give a challenging reply to them, to each situation, challenging reply, we must have a stability and a skill. Just like any player, I'm just taking one example of the cricket. So he takes the weak ball also and he turned into an excellent, he hit it to the boundary and above the boundary also, then the whole world makes them to enjoy. It is a recreation, it is an enjoy situation for him and outsiders also. Is it not? So also in our life, the more you have a concentration, it enhances the decision power. The decision power increases. Many times in our life, there is a lack of success, or success rate is reduced. Some people are highly successful people. Some people are less successful. Some people average success. Average, it is okay. To some, it's okay. What is the reason behind it? What is the reason behind it? Understanding is the same thing, but success is less. It is because they don't have a much concentration power. So in order to have a greater success in our life, concentration, that increases the decision powers. Decision making. It is not every time somebody will decide for me. The situation, you are the master of the situation. You are in a particular situation you are living. in your particular field you are there. Your inside situation, outside situation, there are everything, you know it. So you have to decide. You have to make a strong decision. Unless we make a decision, you can't progress, is it not? So you have to right and wrong, good and bad, to do it, not to do, when to do and how to do. All these things had to be decided by individual levels. In order to enhance that power of decision, we say in Raj Yoga, power of judgment, power of decision increases. How it increases? It will not be thrown from outside into inside. Is it not? It will be not filled with a bucket and thrown into your conscious. No. It is through your concentration and through communion, through understanding, the decision power increases, then you will move forward. And the more you have that, inside automatically the inbuilt stability increases. Inbuilt in the sense, step by step it strengthens. And the opposition parties, say in a cricket, they know he's having a strong concentration. He is concentrating on all kinds of balls. All kinds of balls. Then the bowler will lose faith in himself. First he has a stronger faith, more ability, more rigorous efforts. But the batsman is so strong, all his efforts has been made into a worthless. Then he loses faith in himself. Is it not? So also the Maya, ultimately it loses its faith in its kingdom. One day, the more the yogis, the positive forces, the righteous persons, and loveful beings, and godly children, say, when they increases their potentiality, they increases their concentration in their mission. We have a mission in life. We have a mission, a godly mission. Our own mission and godly mission. Both, it is combined. Our mission is to become a more successful individual being, and our mission is to accomplish the godly task of creating a new world order, a golden age. Is it not? A paradise. That is our mission. So the more, in order to have accomplished this task, an individual task and the godly task, which you call it as a social task, we call it as anything. In order to achieve in that field also, we need a concentration. And that concentration depends upon your decisions making and determination. And that increases, more you have an enthusiasm, the more you have an energy, the more you have enthusiasm. As I said, every time the enthusiasm should increase, flawless, no stopgap. So Baba says, each soul has a diamond. In order to become a pure diamond, 100% pure, 100% pure, you must concentrate on cleaning our consciousness, and thereby you will achieve a success, and you will have always a lot of potentiality, energy, full of energy. The angels have nothing but an energy, nothing but a light, nothing but peace, nothing but happiness. Is it not? So also the deities, so also the divine souls, so also the pure souls. The pure souls. So the purity, clarity, sincerity, honesty, reality, all T increases your concentration. Sincerity. If you are a sincere, your concentration increases. Sometimes we are not sincere to ourselves, then it won't increase. Sometimes we are not honest to ourselves, that also. That means, okay, we are lazy. So Baba says, in order to improve all these divine qualities or the wisdoms, we must equally check the power of concentration. The more we have a power of concentration, you will have a simplicity in inside simplicity. Not outside simplicity, I'm not talking. The inside simplicity is there. Inside simplicity is there. Simple means pure and peaceful thoughts. Nothing but a pure and peaceful thoughts. What is soul? Soul has got full of pure and peaceful thoughts. That's all. The more you have that pure and peaceful thoughts, you are so light. You are light. You are nothing but light. You are not a body. You are not something else. You are not something. This. You are a pure soul. First of all, you are a pure soul. Then you are anything. You may be anything later on. You may be a good manager, you may be a good engineer, you may be a good doctor, you may be a good professor, you may be a good politician, you may be a good leader, you may be a good successful person. That is all later on, is it not? First of all, you have to be a pure soul. If soul is not pure, all other professions will become impure. Or rather, it will become an obstacle sometime. So also Baba says, in order to achieve an higher height of success in our life, the soul, what is the highest height of a success in our life is, Baba says, in this Sangamiga, an angelic life. No life in this world is equivalent to that. It cannot be matched with it. Is it? Neta, Abhineta, so many other professional success. It cannot match with that life. So Baba says, Baba is making you an angelic life. What more else we need? When Baba is helping and supporting for that one, you take away your conscious from different things, concentrate more deeply into the yogic life, and in that yogic life, you concentrate deeply into the personal purification. Okay, the world is, Baba is helping purifying the whole world, but my task first is my personal purification, my personal perfection. My personal perfection automatically helps others. Automatically. helps others, I will tell you. So, this is the year where Baba has already revealed, has given a task of glorifying Baba. And glorification of God is nothing but the glorification of the spiritual wisdoms, glorification of truth, glorification of eternal values, glorification of eternal wisdom, the glorification of the divinity of each souls. Thereby the glorification of Baba is there. So in order to glorify the divinity in each individual's life, we must have a deep concentration, and that is nothing but a yoga. Ultimately, I will tell you, that is nothing but an introvertness, that is nothing but yogic life. Yogi, always shown in Indian mythologies, in Indian history, in Indian temples, his third eye is opened. His third eye is opened. The more your third eye is opened, that is also even in Shankara, it's a part of our life, it is a part of our wisdom. His third eye is opened. Whether it is in the female deity or there is a male deity, whether it is the Shaktis or whether it is a Pandavas, whether it is any philosopher, I'll see, you see the third eye is open. What is that third eye? It is nothing but a true introvertness, the true nature of the self. Soul is awakened. Soul is awakened. Soul is in full of its virginal consciousness. Soul is not hidden in body consciousness. It is hidden in body consciousness, having a different ideologies and thoughts. So it is in the full form, in the sense in its true nature. Body is behind, the soul is forward. No, otherwise, no, the body is forward, the soul is behind. The soul is behind. The chariot is forward, the